They say the truth is out there. No, the truth is right here, in plain sight. Wearing the same face you see on the subway, on the bus, in the car next to you, every day. I used to believe David Icke. I really did. Shape-shifting reptilians from the Draco constellation, infiltrating royalty, bankers, and presidents. Cold-blooded lizards in human skin suits, blinking sideways on slowed-down video. It made a kind of poetic sense. Evil, wearing the mask of power. But I've been around long enough to see the cracks in that story. Long enough to notice the color that never quite washes out under certain lights. Green. Not gray, not bronze, green. Jade green. The exact shade of the dragon carved into every imperial seal for over 4,000 years. They're not from another star system. They never left. They've been here ever since the Yellow Emperor supposedly rode a dragon into heaven. Except the dragon didn't take him. He was the dragon. First of the line. First of the blood. Look at the old paintings. Emperors with long elongated eyes. Robes embroidered with scales. You could swear shimmer when light hits right. Look at the Forbidden City. Every roof tile curling like a claw. Every beam painted in that impossible red hue that no pigment could hold for centuries. They didn't build a palace. They built a nest. And now? No, now they don't even need the robes. Their disguise is perfect. A billion faces, all statistically ordinary, all hiding the same ancient template underneath. You think it's coincidence that the world's most disciplined, the most patient, most long-term thinking society rose exactly where the dragon myths are the strongest? No, that's not culture. That's instinct. Hive instinct. I've seen it, not in blurry YouTube clips, in person. A high official under LED lights in a government hall, and for half a second the fluorescence catches something wrong. A flicker. Like oil on water, skin going faintly iridescent, pupils narrowing to slits before the hologram corrects itself. You blink, and it's gone. You tell yourself it was fatigue, but I know what I saw. They don't conquer with ships, they conquer with time. Generation after generation after generation. Guiding, pruning, waiting. Great Wall wasn't to keep nomads out, it was to keep something in. To contain the experiment until the camouflage was flawless. And now it is flawless. They walk among us as uncles, as shopkeepers, as programmers in Shenzhen, Beijing, Wuhan, as grandmothers doing Tai Chi at dawn. Perfectly ordinary, perfectly human. Except when the light is wrong, or the camera shutter speed is just a fraction off, or when they get angry and the mask slips for an instant. You want proof? Look how fast this country builds. Look at the belt and the road tendrils stretching across the continents like dragons curling around the globe. Look at the surveillance system. A million eyes watching, learning, refining the disguise. That's not human ambition. That's a species making sure no one ever sees beneath the skin. Again. I used to fear invasion from the stars. Now I understand the stars were never the threat. The threat has always been here. Patient, ancient, and green. And the worst part, they're not evil, not in the cartoon way we want our villains to be. They're just older. They believe the world belongs to them the way we do, the way we believe it is belongs to us. Two apex species sharing one rock, one pretending to be the other. So I sit here, recording this, knowing no one will ever believe me, knowing that tomorrow I'll ride in my car, or get on a bus, or go downtown, surrounded by a sea of perfectly normal faces, And every time someone meets my eyes a little too steadily, a little too long, I'll wonder, is that a human looking at me? Or just a dragon? This presentation was in part created by artificial intelligence. The images was created by artificial intelligence. The narrative was created in part with artificial intelligence, and my input also, and Anna's. I got upon this idea a while back that reptilians, reptiles, dinosaurs, as you would call them, did not die off as they was led to believe, but in fact they evolved. They became more cunning, more secretive, more hidden. And it isn't because they had to, it's because of the infestation of hairy two-legged creatures, humans, or humanoids. We were infesting the planet much like rats in a Hong Kong sewer. And they were no match for our reproduction, our advancement in covering and taking over the planet. So instead of giving way completely, giving over, they went into hiding. They developed frequencies or mental powers able to disguise themselves with frequencies or other ways. And then in that turn, they did not disappear. They evolved and went hidden. The flood of Noah was in fact a reset, and it was trying to get rid of the reptilians, overlords, but they didn't die off. They evolved into a humanoid race, or actually developed frequencies to disguise themselves as a humanoid race. And as you see already that in the narrative that was produced, I consider them to be of a Chinese nature. So this is not anything to be bigoted or racist or anything like that. But I'm following a trail of tears, a trail of fears that leads back to the words in the beginning, which was not the beginning.